Hello, welcome to another episode of Shoot the Ish. Just decided to come on here spontaneously because I am feeling zany. And if you happen to pop in, introduce yourself in the chat, your name, where you're from, why you're here, and especially if you're like new, if you're a stranger. My name is Leanne, and I go on these random lives called Shoot the Ish whenever I feel like it, when I need to fill the time. And we're just gonna shoot the ish. We're just gonna talk about whatever. You're hearing my daughter. She is upset right now because she.
No, I just do it.
Oh, she did it. Okay. Okay. And I really don't care if any of you guys come in or out. I'm just happy you're watching this. What did I want to say? Oh, so you guys are recent news. You guys know who Jordan Peterson is, right? He's this like polarizing, I guess you would call him like clinical psychologist, spiritual guru guy. I think it was last week or a couple days ago, his daughter said that he has been diagnosed recently with CIRS, which is chronic inflammatory something syndrome, which we know if you're in the mind-body space, you know that it's mind-body. And apparently he's been spending the last 8 years managing the symptoms, mitigating it through a carnivore diet, and apparently it's not working anymore. So it's interesting to see. I always find it fascinating when like psychologists and spiritual gurus have now been viscerally through their bodies, somatically invited into this mind-body journey, the dark night of the soul. And I was just like, I'm always curious what becomes of it. Another figure, Justin Timberlake, right? I think it was like a couple weeks ago, he announced that he's battling Lyme disease. But we know it's not really Lyme disease. We know it's mind body. I mean, he's a performer. He's had a relationship problems. I mean, I can only imagine, he has kids, he's married. I mean, there's so much stress in that. So I can imagine the chronic stress. His allostatic load is freaking full. So now he's going to partake in this mind body. Although, you know what? I'm not sure if mind body people reach out to these celebrities that come down with chronic syndromes that we know is mind body. So that'll be interesting because I'm curious when the tide will start turning and our health system, our healthcare system, our medical system will start really looking at a person holistically, looking at their emotions, looking at what's going on in their life that's generating so much chronic stress, what beliefs they may have in their subconscious that's generating so much chronic stress, right? All these questions, who knows? We'll see. I think we're going to be living in a very different world the next 10 to 20 years. Actually, so you know how like Elon Musk is, which he's an interesting fella too, but his rollout of self-driving cars, it's starting to roll out now, and it just like reminded me of like when the iPhone first came out in 2007, and it was this like groundbreaking thing, but now it's become such a staple. Apple has become such a staple in our lives, at least in the Western world. I just wonder with self-driving cars, how far removed we are from actually getting to a place where majority of the cars are self-driving. And mind you, I live in California, so we're a little more progressive in that, where we test that out more. But when I heard self-driving cars, I was like, oh, I mean, this is a godsend for parents, who like, they can program their self-driving car to take their kids to school, from school, extracurriculars. Like you can program your car and trust that the car will safely bring your kids to and from where they're supposed to be. And you can like child lock it and put a security thing on it. And like, just like, can you imagine what kind of world that would be, parents out there? Right? So last night, this song came to me. this song, I think it's called Sherry's Rock Song. Anyway, it's an ukulele song that we learned in Hawaii when I went to school there in the 6th or 7th grade. And it's a picking song. So if you know the ukulele, it's a picking, like you're picking, And it just came to me the other night, and I was playing it, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how much I like this song. Not very good at it, and I'm slowing it down a lot because the song is actually it's a very fast picking song, but I am not freaking 12, 13-year-old girl anymore. I am a 36-year-old woman. But it was exciting to randomly remember how to play it, even if it's a slower cadence, like a much slower cadence. And it was amazing to me that my neural pathway for this song in particular, Sherry's Rock Song, was still active. So I'm going to play that for you guys. Just enjoy. I'm going to make a ton of mistakes, but you know what? It's okay because we're trying. We're trying. And there was a time when I couldn't even, my arm was so, it's still numb and weaker than the right side. But there was a time when all the symptoms first came down chronic illness, and I could not hold my frets. I could not hold chords. And it's a work in progress. I still don't have the same stamina as I did, but we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna play this for you guys, and it's slow. See, I told you slow. What? Told you guys. Oh, let me redo that whole thing again. Let me do that again. I'm so sorry, guys. Come on, neural pathway. And that's Sherry's Rock Song from the 7th grade. And this is Crazy G. That's the thing I loved about growing up in Hawaii. They really prioritize teaching everyone, not just locals, but everyone, the Hawaiian culture. So in the 2nd, 3rd grade, all of us had to learn ukulele. They taught us the basics in music class, which is I appreciate so much, because now you learn how to play an ukulele so early. So and it carries on. It makes it so much easier once you understand how to play an instrument, one instrument. Especially, I always say the ukulele is a fantastic first instrument. Hey, girl! It's my girl Tasha. Sup, girl? I am just shooting the ish right now, waiting for the boys to get out of school. How are you doing, girl? Tasha is amazing, you guys. Just wait until you hear her recovery story that's coming. I am proclaiming it. I am manifesting it for her because she's amazing, and I love her. So let's see what else. What else? did I want to shoot the ish? Mm. I love you, girl. So, Tasha, I'm going to tell our whole story. So, this is how amazing YouTube is. And social media, because especially for all us chronic illness recovering people. So we connected, me and Tasha connected through a YouTube comment. I don't remember whose channel it was. Was it Dan's? I don't know. We connected through a YouTube comment, and now I would say, yeah, Dan, yeah, thanks for confirming. And now I would say that we're like besties. Like we've been connected for 2 years, which is amazing. And she's got my back. I got her back. We're both mothers to children going through this, and she has dogs, so I don't know how she does it. So yeah, man, we gotta stick together. I'm finding like my besties on this journey. We live states away from each other though, but one day we will meet up and we're gonna have so much fun. So let's see what else. Shooting the ish about what's been going on. I don't know. Do you guys follow the Schumann resonance? Like all that? It's not astrology. It's like it's quantum physics, and it's people that look at cosmically what's going on in space, whatever. Like it's the solar flares, and like how the moon is moving, how the sun is moving, the frequency. It measures the frequency of the earth. So apparently last week was like the Schumann resonance was going nuts. So it was going super, super nuts. So, and I swear to God, I could feel it. I could feel it. Last week was an interesting week. And then this week it's been like a blackout, which honestly, when I consider how this week went, it was a weird week too. I'm not even talking symptom wise or emotion wise. It was just weird all around. Like I was even asking my husband, who is perfectly healthy and regulated, I think. And he was like, yeah, it feels weird. Like it's just weird, if you guys can agree. So I don't know. I kind of look at that stuff too. I think it's very interesting because I just feel like if we live on an earth in the middle of the Milky Way and all this quantum cosmic things are happening around us, how can it not affect us? Because I do think that we are one with all of that. I think we're all connected in one way, like our cells mimic what the universe is doing. I do believe in all that stuff. Like how can it not? How can it not? Especially when you start studying quantum physics and frequencies and nature and how it very lovingly reflects our biology as humans. It's kind of incredible. So I think we are affected by that. But I also think that we don't put our faith in that. I think that the number one purpose in our lives is one, I do think it's to love others, to help heal our world and the collective. But I also think that, shoot, I lost I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Oh, I also think that the number one purpose in life is to like regulate the heck out of our nervous systems, especially if we're coming from an ancestral line of a lot of trauma, a lot of trapped emotions. Actually, I heard that recently, that when you hear the word trauma, because people like to say, they like to wield that word around, like trauma, which has so many connotations now. But someone, I forget who his name is, but he's a genius. He said, trauma is trapped emotions. That's it. It's not necessarily the thing that happened to you. It's not necessarily the event itself, but trauma is just trapped emotions. It was, you went through something really hard. Life threw you a big curveball. Someone treated you like an a-hole, treated you like crap, and you didn't have the knowledge, the modeling, the witnessing to process it and to feel it, like feel the hurt of that. So yeah, anyway, Learning to love ourselves and come back home to who we really are. Yes, girl. That's been really coming up for me a lot the last week. Yes. I love that. Imagine a world where everybody felt comfortable to like be who they are and do what they want to do, you know? And I even heard this too, like our default mode as humans, our default mode is happiness. Like that is like when you strip away all the coping mechanisms and all the hurt and the pain that life throws at us and that people, that we hurt each other, if we remove all that, our default mode is happiness. So if you're not happy, if there's no joy, if you're feeling other emotions, then you know that needs to be released. Like those emotions need to be released. That memory of the event that hurt you or that person, it needs to be processed. It needs to be dealt with. Maybe you have to speak up for yourself and resolve it and repair it with that person. Or you just say, you know what? It's not going to land with them, but I'm going to release their offense and I'm going to release them from my nervous system, Uh, yeah. There's so much to say on that, but beautiful. Yeah. Oh, this is so random. This really is shoot the ish. It's really is shoot the ish. What do you guys got going on? Tasha, what you got going on later? We have a party to go to later. I have been avoiding all parties lately. Like for like months. So I'm actually gonna go to one today. So I don't know, I'm indifferent to it. Tasha, you're gonna be so proud of me. I have been driving every single day and going to the store every single day because I don't care anymore. Oh, birthday party too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Should be fun. It should be fun. Oh, here comes Eloise. You want to say hi? Come say hi on this live stream. Say hi to Auntie Tosh. Auntie Tasha. Here she is. She's eating a popsicle at 10 a.m. Oh, thank you. I'm proud of you too. I am proud of myself too. Because it's just like, man, we can't, like this can't keep going on. But also, I've been resting too. I've really come to realize that I have not on my recovery journey, and I've shared this before. The first 2.5 years, I think for me has been a total wash, kind of in terms of recovery, because I was trying so hard to go back to the old Leanne and like the haste of the old Leanne and my old life, and I've come to realize that's a no-go. Like, no, that's why the symptoms are still there, because they're like, no, you don't like, no, stop, like stop rushing and stop moving with haste and stop going to things that you don't want to do and stop doing things you don't want to do. So I've really been very intentional about resting. And actually Sam from the Mindful Gardener, she put out a video recently where she talks about intentional rest. And that is an element that I have not been incorporating very well, especially if you're a mom. Because I would say if you're a mom, your life is already so busy. Your mental load is already so much fuller than people who don't have to take care of a house and kids. So in my opinion, you're already like in a haste default state just because of just because of the intensity of the season of life that you're in. So to implement intentional rest has been a game changer for me too. So if I go do something, then I'll lay down for an hour. Or last night, I had to lay down for 2 hours because I realized that I had not sat down for a while. So I lay down for 2 hours and I just felt so much better. And it made me curious about why I didn't think it was okay to just lay around and rest sometimes. especially if you're a mom, because you're constantly serving. This is the topic I always talk about. And this is why my channel is really honestly for mothers going through this, and for mothers in general, because we don't want more mothers burning out. Our kids deserve better than that. Our kids deserve a healed, relaxed version of us. Our families deserve it. We deserve that. We deserve to be our best versions, to be relaxed, to be fulfilled, to be rested. So I really had to take a step back and look at my life and be like, Leanne, where do you rest? Like, where do you set up like pockets of time in your day where you're doing nothing and you're thinking of nothing, you know? So that's been a game changer. I honestly think that more rest is needed, at least for women in this season, because it is a tough season. For men, their energy is a little different. They're more straightforward. We're women, we're more in waves, like energy wise and hormones and stuff. I think men can go boom, 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 boom. Like they can push it, they can go, they're pretty steady, they're pretty linear. But I think women are different. I could be wrong in that, but I'm playing around. I'm experimenting with that. So burnt out from taking kids to soccer and driving school. Oh, are they back at school? I'm so giving your personal information. Sorry. I've been driving and doing way more than I'm used to. I have laid down so many times. I let it be. Yes, I let it be a choice. Yes. And you know what? It's surprising. It took me a long time to be okay with just laying around and resting. Even though consciously you know that it's good for you and you need it to integrate the updates that's been going on in your nervous system, like it's needed. Like your computer has to buffer, like when it's uploading and when it's updating, it actually shuts down when it has to do like a software update, right? We're the same. We have to do the same too, especially us who are like really trying to regulate the nervous system. There's a lot of rest time and a lot of buffering time and a lot of software updating time that needs to happen too. Oh, your oldest son, yeah. I'm telling you guys, Tasha is a superwoman. I don't know how she does it. Yes, yep. See, men, their hormones reset every 24 hours. Yeah, women, ours, we are a different woman every week because we have cycles. And I tweet about this all the time, or post this on X, where it's like, do men realize that at any given time, if they're around a woman, that she's bleeding? Like she's actively bleeding. Like, do you guys not know? We work, we take care of the kids, we exercise, and also we're bleeding from our private areas. It's so ridiculous, and I really don't think men like can grasp that is what we do on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. Yeah, so funny. This is so random. Tasha, I love that you're here. I kind of get why Helmet does live streams. This is actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun to just shoot the ish, Let's see. I don't know. What else? I recently discovered that this is not new information. It's new information to me that 80% of American citizens live on the East Coast, like east of the Rocky Mountains. So that means 20% live on the West Coast. So I'm a 20%er because I'm on the West Coast. That's wild to me. Like we are the minority. So like the way that we view life could very well be substantially so different from 80% of the country. It's kind of interesting. Not that it matters, but yeah. I don't know. We just keep going. We just keep going. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Unless I can think of anything else so we can shoot the ish. I need anything else? No, I think we're good. You know what we have been doing in my family recently? We've been taking a real Sabbath. So if you know Sabbath, I experienced the real way Jewish people celebrate the Sabbath when I was studying abroad in Israel. So sundown on Friday, they enter Sabbath. So no screens, no labor, no work. Mothers, they prepare food beforehand so that they don't cook for a full 24 hours. So Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is a Sabbath, and they literally do nothing. Like nothing. They just hang out with your family and you just sit there. And my husband's reading a book right now about how to take a real Sabbath. And I can see how much it's reframed his way of thinking. It's reframing the way he views life. And so we've been implementing a real Sabbath. So Friday. So I don't know. We have a party to go to tonight. It's not a big party. It's like a hangout. I don't know if that's Sabbath or not. But technically, Sabbath is supposed to start Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So I don't know how he's gonna. I don't know if a party counts, even though it's a super chill hangout. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But it's been very interesting. Yeah, last Saturday we started this. So this is very recent, and I already see, especially in my husband, the results of taking a day where you do nothing. And so it's a day of rest, it's a day of introspection, it's a day to feel, because you are stopped, you can't do anything, so you have to deal with uncomfortable emotions that come up because you're reflecting on your week, or you're reflecting on your life and your goals, your family, your relationships, like all of it. Because if you have nothing to do, it forces you to reflect. And I can see how much it was uncomfortable for my husband last week, but how much it has already started to reframe his way of thinking of how we want to design our lives moving forward. It's going to look totally different from how it has been, because clearly how it has been before was not working. It literally like destroyed our livelihoods, the way that we were going about life. So we're making a lot of changes. Very long overdue, but we're starting to really see the fruit of it. And I know we're just beginning. So, and it's very up and down. It's not linear, just like the recovery healing journey as well. But yeah, so we're doing the Sabbath thing. I invite you guys to join us. I know there is a professor at a Christian university that partly mentored my husband and my husband's dad, my father-in-law. And he says that in the university that he teaches, he challenges the students to take a real Sabbath, like, so for real. So you don't do anything, you don't go on screens, you don't do anything, like nothing for 24 hours straight. And he said time and time again, at the end of the semester, the students always come up to him and they tell him that has been the most gratifying thing that they've ever learned and they've ever experienced, was implementing a real Sabbath, a time of rest for however long a semester is, 5 months, 6 months. So yeah, I guess, and we'll end it at there. Well, 30 minutes. I did not realize this was going to be so long. So, okay, you guys, have a great Friday. If you want to partake in the Sabbath, have a great Sabbath. Get introspective, release old stuff that's bogging you down. If you're going to go enjoy and have fun and go party and, live your greatest life, have fun. I wish you guys all the best. Tasha, I love you. We will talk soon. And yeah, take care, you guys. Bye.